Hello everyone, I wanted to give you my updated Vanguard build that I started using like halfway through my 50 absolute mission clears farm. So I changed the signature from this, basically you get a free extra ability and free finisher on enemies that are 30% low health pretty much. And I changed that because it was kind of feeling inconsistent. I was hitting stuff with my ability and it would just go down. It wouldn't give me the execution and I would waste the ability pretty much for nothing. So yeah, stopped using that. I went over to melee kills of Majoris level or higher enemies restore 5% health. In absolute, you're going to have a lot of Majoris. So there's been a lot of times where I didn't even need a stim just because I regenerated myself purely from getting executions, which count as melee kills. So that's a really great passive way of healing. I changed this one. It used to be after perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you take 20% less health damage. I don't really care for 20 to 25% less health damage, range damage, whatever. It's so insignificant to me that, no matter what, you're still going to be getting hit, knocked down into. You're going to be getting knocked down, um, like no matter what, within 3 or 4 hits, or maybe even less, depending on what's shooting you. So I switched that to uh, the launcher ability, recharge faster. And I also switched this ability. It used to be this one, tenacity. I switched it to tip of the spear because making the enemies more susceptible to range damage is a really great passive. Personally, I don't really like too many like setups. I like things that are just kind of passive or simple and easy to do. And this one was the same. After diving kick, 40% less range damage. 40% less range damage is a lot better. And of course you could like stack these, or I don't know if they stack actually, but I'm sure they do to some degree, but I don't know. I was using this stuff and I was still getting like killed so damn fast, so what does it really matter? Um, but yeah. Dive kick to take less range damage, and dive kick to make the enemy that you hit more susceptible to range damage. So yeah, keep that in mind. That's what you're going to be doing. For my team perk, I'm using the 30% health on uh, executions of extremis and terminus enemies. Again, there's going to be a lot of extremis and terminus enemies in absolute, so you or your teammates have a good passive way of getting health just by executing the higher level enemies, right? Um, yeah. Again, never really needed a stim just because of being able to regenerate health like that and with this. So, yeah. This ability stayed the same. Kill 7 enemies, get an equipment charge. Very easy, awesome, passive. Perfect parry, block windows. Oh yeah, I changed this one from this. You take 20% less range damage. Again, even when I took this off, it didn't even like feel like any different. So like to have this on, in my opinion, was just a waste. Again, I don't know. You can stack these, and that's probably what makes them significant. But yeah, whenever I do, I just don't do it right because it's like situational. It just doesn't feel good, you know. I like stuff that's passive and or continuously going to be used throughout the fight. So yeah, you're going to be parrying and blocking all the time. So bigger window is awesome to have. Although it's not really needed, I just rather have that because sometimes I am too early or too late or too early. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage. Yeah, I don't care for that, especially for 10 seconds. 20, yeah, I don't care. And this one, melee damage increases by 10% against me. Yeah, self-explanatory, nice little passive. So going on to my weapons, before I was using the wrapped Instigator bolt carbine 5 round burst. It was really good, but I was running out of ammo and I just didn't like the way I was running out of ammo and I wasn't killing things fast enough. With the Oculus bolt carbine, especially because it has a 2.8 headshot multiplier, you kill stuff a lot faster than you would with the other weapons available, and you save a lot more. It doesn't take as much ammo to get them to the execution state. So that's why I use this. um, 2.8 headshot multiplier on top of making them more susceptible to damage. It's a really great synergy. And yeah, uh, this is the perk tree. Um, yeah, I just went with like pure damage, I guess. Although I will say you can choose one of two routes at the end here. Like I said, I like passive stuff that kind of just works throughout the mission. I don't mind if it's a little bit less than the better stuff that is situational. So you can use this after using class ability. Headshot damage increases 20%, really great. Damage increases by 10% terminus level enemies. So 20% for all against all enemies, or just 10% to terminus. Like I said, I'm sure this is really great for 10 seconds, or more like 5 seconds, because, you know, when do you really have a chance to use every single second? This is situational. I don't like situational. If you do, you can do it that way. I like passive. I like passive and just a buff throughout the entire mission. So that's why I use this. And yeah. Same pistol as the last build. I'm just going to show you it again just to give you, you know, what I use. Not really too much to say about it. Just headshot damage, just damage. And in terms of what's it called, melee weapon, I use the chainsword, the fencing chainsword, just because I like the way. I tried blocking, I tried balance, I tried fencing. I did not like blocking. I wish I don't even. I feel like I just don't know how to use it right, and I'm not patient enough. And like with this chainsword, I can stagger the Majora's enemies and stagger the Lictor and other um, extremist enemies. And yeah, it's just really great. Um, but I think that's it. I don't really know what else to say. I got the cape. Looks awesome. Love it. This is the second character I got the cape on. First character was the tactical. And yeah. I'm gonna be working on assault, but I'm probably gonna take a day and just like chill, because I've done like 100 um 100 absolute missions, and like I need a break. Okay, it was really fun and awesome, excuse me, and I do want to do assault, but I just want to take a break and, like, you know, upload all the other videos. And I don't know if I will actually record for assault, because honestly it's kind of annoying recording 50 videos and uploading them. Like, my internet is not all that fast on uploading, so yeah. And I can only upload like 4 videos at a time. It's really lame. Because I would just upload all of them and go to sleep, but if I like upload even like 5, like my console just messes up. It doesn't do it. But whatever. Beyond that, use whatever melee weapon you're really good with. I really love axe. I really love axe, but personally, I just like how chainsword staggers the most and or stops enemies from hurting you. Like I said, with the Lictor, Ravener, and the Majoras, like, you can really get them in a little death cycle with like a light, heavy, you know, that like small little combo string, and or the two, what's it called? The stomp area. The stomp is really great. For just small ad clearing and group clearing. So yeah, hope this helps, and thank you guys for watching.